believe it's 34. God, 34 days of this. In a way, it seems like we just got started. In the other ways, I wish we were done. We left you last night working with the table. I explained about the motor and the door, which is going to have to wait till the off season to get fixed. We were also trying to get the box, the control box in, the Scooby-Doo board that controls the Ouija board and the cups. I'm going to have to take a look at that. That is looking weird. I'm noticing the plate with the cups is sitting cockeyed, and it shouldn't be. I think I may have another problem there. And I think I know what it is. One, the table's sitting at an angle. The driveway slopes going down that way, and it's causing the cups to sit cockeyed on the thing, which could cause a problem with the pneumatic cylinder in there at one point or another. I'm going to have to take a look at things. But we had a problem with that part of the prop. This is the pneumatic cylinder. This is what controls the airflow going in and out that causes the pneumatic cylinder to raise and lower, or open and close, or however you want to term it. I went and looked at the old one last night when it was causing problems. I mentioned these things have a switch. This one here has a little red switch there. If you have it hooked up, you press that switch, the switch will open and close, allowing those cups to go up and down. And it was working using the switch, no problem. So this part of it was okay. It was the electric part that was bad. And it was all corroded in between here. So I went and took the old one out and I got a new one. I always keep 5 or 6 new ones sitting in their boxes as I get them from the factory, sitting in my shop on the shelf, and then when I have problems with one, I just go grab a new one and put it in. Of course, I have to hook the wire up to it, and I have to put all the little fittings on it, and what have you. That's as far as we got last night. Today's chore is I've got to get that reinstalled, which really isn't all that hard, except I got to crawl underneath the table in that little gap there and work over my head to get that thing in. And I'm a big guy. It's not easy. I'm pretty much doing it one-handed, and it's a two-hand job. So, I've got to get that installed. I've got to get it hooked up to the board, and we got to do test firing. I'm going to have to dial it in, you know, so the thing is going up and down the way it should. And see where we go from there. My goal today is to get this prop totally done, set up, and working, which is our first step. And then I've got those skulls, that skull, these skulls, this candle, the lights for the head down there, the scrying bowl, and those 2 skulls I gotta get wired up. As soon as that's done, I can hide my wires back there. And then we can put the fence panel up and get the hay in. And then we'll be done with this display and we can move on to the next great thing, I guess. But anyway, that's where we're at now. That's what I'm going to be working on today, is basically getting this display finished. Hopefully. Anyway, breakfast of the day, pancakes and eggs and some toast with blueberry syrup. That sounds like a blueberry. In fact, blueberry pancakes with maple syrup sounds even better. Anyway, let's get going. Okay, milestone met for today. Or I should say my bucket list for today. I was supposed to seal up the witch, finish the gypsy, and get the courtyard done. I just finished the courtyard. Everything has been done. And Sue-Ann's been in here. We've got a couple of pumpkins in here. She's done some cobwebbing through here. This display is totally set to go. Just needs power and people to scream at it. And they very rarely ever scream at it. Gypsy, same way. Everything is wired. Everything works, and I will get you a night shot at this one tonight with everything turned on. I'm really curious to see that scrying bowl lit up and fully working. I know when I made it, we tested it with the bulb. I didn't have water and the mister in the bowl at the same time, so this will be the first time tonight having both working. And Stu got that into place finally. And then came in, did some pumpkin work and more cobwebbing on this fence. Over here, we came in and I have wires all over the place. There's even more up there. I came through, cleaned them all up, got them all zip tied all the way around over to the power box. We added a green flood here for this guy and 2 blue floods for Bart, which need to be aimed, but you'll get a look at it tonight. And like I said, we got all the wiring done. We got the secret door in here, and we got the screen materials in. And let's see here, get that little wedge to open it, and then you can see my mess. And I just got done getting that in. That's the projector box for this screen. So I am now done. And our next display to do is graveyard, and that takes a lot out of me. There's a mausoleum and the graveyard itself to do, so it's like doing a double display. And we've got a windstorm kicking in, and it's blowing in some pretty nasty clouds. I think we're going to get some rain. It's going on about 4:30. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to quit work out here for now, and I'm just going to call it a day. You'll get your wrap up tonight, and you will get a night look at the Gypsy and the Witch with everything turned on too. So I'll come out after dinner and get that filmed, and then we'll do the wrap up and say goodnight Gracie, I guess. So there is a little bit more to come, just nothing more on the work schedule. I don't feel like starting the graveyard today. We'll wait and we'll start that fresh in the morning. Okay, we're over in the Pirate. I wanted to show you the Witch and the Gypsy and the set dresser. There we go, she's tripping. I've tried to film this 3 times now. I ended up having to pull the sensor, which is down there, to that position. It was back by the pumpkin. I think the hay was interfering with it. Now, I'm not sure what it is. I have my other phone out here, the one I used to shoot the night video last year. It did such a beautiful job, but everything is coming out dark. So I'm not sure what's up. I'm gonna have to figure out something to do, because I know the microphone on this is not gonna pick up all the ambient sound. But I also put a different water mister. Yeah, sensor's working now. But I put a different water mister in there, and you can see the fog rising out of it. And then we got the cauldron misting as well. What do you think, set dresser? What was that? Okay. And then this is and the Ouija board is the thing I need to fix. I think I might have unplugged it from the board by accident, because it's not going off like it should be, which means I'm going to have to get in there, get underneath the table, and check the wiring on it, which is real simple and easy. But I do have the power turned on to it. And this is the first time we've had the scrying bowl turned on with the mister in it. What do you think of the lights, Sue?
You might want to aim that damn thing, because anyone who stops and stands and look.
Yeah, the sensor needs to be re-aimed just a bit. Alternate so it's more toward the opening. Alright, then we go into the courtyard. And you can see the bats showing up, which is why I wanted to shoot. And we put a green flood on the goats. It kind of gives it a greenish tint. And then we've got the butler. And I think I need to re-aim the lights a little bit on the face. There we go. Now where did the set dresser go? Into the spider? Ah, right around the corner. That's not too bad. The blues just kind of give them a highlight. And then we'll also got the screen material on. We'll have two projections going on, which will brighten it up a little bit more in here. And then, go ahead. And then right where SRAM was just standing, we'll have a curtain that'll go into Spider. And we got wheelbarrow in the way. And you guys have seen this. And his eyes are blinking off and on. They shouldn't be doing that.
Off right now.
Yeah. They shouldn't be blinking like that. So I think the wire, yeah, the lights are all flickering in here when he moves. I've got to get in there. There's a short in my eye wire somewhere. I think it sliced it.
One light.
Which means I'm going to destroy the cobwebbing here. You notice the lights are flickering? So we better get out of here while we can. So he's not tripping anymore. So I've got a repair on the Spider, and I got a repair on the attack snake. I got a repair on the attack snake, and I've got a repair on the Ouija board I'm going to have to attend to. Which means Suan's going to have some work, because I got to open up the fence, which is going to destroy part of her cobwebbing. Sorry, babe. Anyway, there you go. Okay, a very sleepy end of the day wrap up. I was ready to go to bed, literally ready to go to bed, when I logged earlier before the segment before I did the night footage. I'm just really, really out of it today. Back first part of September, I had an accident with the truck. We got, we weren't hurt with the truck or anything, but I ended up taking a pretty nasty fall at the same during that time while we were waiting for the tow truck, and fell into a ditch and landed on the back of my neck. And my neck's been giving me problems. It's been getting better. But last night, crawling underneath that table to work on the mech and everything, I wrenched my neck a little bit. And I'm feeling it today. And one of the side effects, you know how your arm gets that tingly feeling, when it's gone to sleep? My whole neck and the base of my skull has felt like that all day today. And it's been slowly getting worse, and I'm starting to get really, really groggy. And all I want to do is just go to bed, stretch out, and sleep. And I think right now, soaking in a hot shower and then going to bed and sleeping would be a good thing for me. So I figure the way I was feeling once I got done with the courtyard, I was just gonna call it quits for the day, and then do the nighttime shoot, and then the wrap up here, and get you guys edited, get this edited and uploaded for you guys, and then I'm just gonna go sack out, I think. And hopefully I can sleep all night, because I haven't been sleeping very good. I've been sleeping in. I've been waking up around midnight, 1 o'clock, with my mind racing, and sitting up for an hour or 2 hours, then going back to bed, sleeping to 10, 11 o'clock. I'm thinking about the haunt, things that need to get done. I'm sorry. I know this isn't build related, but I'm sorry. But as far as today goes, we did really, really good. We got everything on our bucket list for today done. Witch is sealed up, Gypsy's finished, Courtyard's finished. No issues with the courtyard whatsoever. When we were doing the nighttime shoot or getting ready to do it, I tried using my other cell phone. And for some reason, that cell phone this year is just coming out so dark. To where last year, everything was nice and bright. I don't remember if it was like that last year and I did something in editing, to brighten it up or what. But I like using that one because the microphone is better on that one. It picks up all the ambient noises, to where my newer, supposedly better cell phone doesn't. The mic sucks, and you hear me complain about that a lot. So I'm gonna mess around with it eventually here and see if I can get it worked out. Found two problems. One on the Gypsy and the Ouija board. I think when I was putting the board in underneath the table and sliding it into place, because I did test everything before I put the board away, and the Ouija board, the cups, everything was working. When I slid it in, I messed with the wires a bit. I think I might have unplugged the Ouija board, or one of the wires backed out of the socket enough that it's not making good enough contact to receive the signal from the board saying, hey, turn on. So I'm going to need to get in there, pull the board forward, take a look at it, and fix that problem. And it's just simple, quick, and easy. Just I've got to try to get in underneath that table again. And then Swan asked if I wanted to go into the spider display when we were shooting the nighttime video. And I'm glad we did. I'm glad she suggested that. The eyes on the attack snake are the same, wired the same way as the jumping snake. It's just two ping pong balls in the eyes with red LEDs in them, and the wire trails out the back of the head. I was wondering when I put that together if I should have done anything with that power circuit. And, for the power line for that. And I didn't. I just left it hanging. Well, apparently it has been sliced because the eyes are only coming on in flickers now instead of being constantly on. And I'm noticing when they come on and then go off, every light, they're tied to the same circuit as all the LED lighting in there, everything flickers, which means one of the wires is cut and it's grounding out. So I'm going to have to get in there tomorrow and double check that. And the caveat with that, Suan's not very happy about it. I told her I shouldn't need to get into that display. So she went ahead and cobwebbed the fencing up. I'm going to end up ruining her cobwebbing. And I'm going to try not to. But I have a feeling I'm going to end up ruining her cobwebbing getting in there. I'm going to try to be very, very careful with it. But anyway, so I've got that to do tomorrow. Okay, with a passing car, weird noise. So anyway, I've got the Ouija board to check and the attack spider to check first things. Those are priority. Then we're going to be heading over into the graveyard and we're going to be starting on the mausoleum. There's a ton of lights that go in up on the ceiling in that. And I've got to get the air blaster and the arch wired up to its board. So we'll be working on the mausoleum first. Probably have that done tomorrow. And then we'll get started messing around with the tombstones and lighting and all the fun stuff with that. Graveyard is going to take 2 days. I cannot see me, unless I'm extremely lucky and everything goes real easy with no problems. And it never does. It very rarely ever does. There's just no way we'll get the graveyard done tomorrow. But we will make a good, healthy start on it. I want to at least get the mausoleum totally done so it's totally ready to go. And then I can concentrate on the other pneumatics and stuff. That display has 3 different boards in it to program. So it's going to be interesting. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you go, get you edited and uploaded, and I'm going to go take a shower and go to bed, I think. Kaylee wouldn't mind that, would you? Yeah, look at her. See, she's just laying right here beside me, pressed up right against me, wanting lovins. Anyway, She also says good night. Stay spooky. Stay toxic.